Happy birthday, Dad. I want to tell a little childhood memory in honor of my dad's 50th birthday. This story happened when I was 13 years old, I think. I can't really remember that well. We used to have this little parakeet, this little bird, and my dad loved this parakeet. In fact, our whole family loved this parakeet. It wasn't your average parakeet. I mean, usually I'm not a bird guy. You know, you can't stand the chirping and everything. But this parakeet, named Joey, was pretty much the best bird in the world. My dad had this parakeet trained that whenever he'd walk into a room, or pretty much just say, "Come to me, my jungle friend," the bird would actually fly right on his shoulder. You know, from that movie, Ace Ventura, he actually had the bird trained to do that. It's pretty much the most amazing bird ever. Also around the same time, there was a stray cat rummaging around the neighborhood. And this wasn't your normal, like, cute little kid. Oh, cute little cat. No. This was a gross looking cat, and it was mean. This is where the story gets good. It was Sunday. I think we all went to church. And I think my dad came home before any of us did. My dad comes home, and he finds the cat sitting in the living room. And do you know what was surrounding the cat? Yeah, you guessed it. Bird feathers. The cat had gotten into our house and eaten Joey. Now, my dad was devastated because he loved Joey. This is pretty much the best bird in the world, like I explained. This is where the story gets even better. He grabs his bow and arrow kit. He's got this nice compound bow, grabs some arrows, and then he traps the cat in my room. It was me and my brother's room. Traps it in there. You can probably imagine what happened next. Well, I get home from church, and I walk in the door, and I see my dad sitting at the table with the compound bow, and he's wiping off arrows. I could tell that something just went down in the house. He had that look on his face like, wiping off his arrows. Well, I'm going to go into my room and change out of my church clothes. So I get to the door. The door's shut. Automatically, I get this feeling like I'm going to see something weird here. So I reach for the door handle, turn the knob, I open the door slowly, and immediately it was like one of those horror movies, you know, where they come zooming in. That's what it was like. It was like a horror movie, because as soon as I opened that door, my room was a mess. The bed, the mattress was turned upside down. There was boxes all over, our blankets were all over. I'm like, what just happened? It smelled like death in my room. Starting to look around, there's also like blood spatters. There's weird gooey stuff on the dressers and stuff. I had no idea what happened. So I go back out to my dad. My dad starts off the story by saying this: Joey's dead, and that dang cat's dead too. He told me the whole story of how he found the cat with the Joey's feathers, and he basically trapped the cat in our room and hunted it down, flipped everything over so he had the cat pinned in the corner, and he shot it with the arrow. And he kept going on details, how it took multiple arrows and stuff like that. Stuff that I won't fill you guys in on. Why am I telling you this story? This is how I look at it. My dad loved that bird, and he pretty much will do anything. He'll do anything to protect the ones that he loves. Now you can imagine if he did that for a bird that he loved, then what would he do for his family? The reason why I'm telling that story is because I love my dad, and then one of the reasons I love my dad is because he'll do anything for his family. Anything to protect him, and I mean anything. Light the firework now! Shotgun to the computer. Yeah! That's a little inside joke. Only people in my family are going to understand that one. So happy birthday, Dad. I hope you had a great 50th birthday, and I love you. Happy birthday, Daddy-o. Happy birthday. No. Happy birthday, Dad. Happy birthday, Dad.